What do they get for 800 million?
It is a very steep price, and it's pretty unprecedented according to sources. It's apparently the biggest and most significant one the International Olympic Committee has ever been a part of. But it's worth a lot more than just the monetary price that Alibaba is going to be paying for this. It puts them in the same top tier of elite sponsors, the same tier that big brands like Coca-Cola and Samsung are a part of. And this is really important for Alibaba to build their credibility, to be the global online commerce, to be the cloud provider for a really big event at a global stage.
And so this is clearly, therefore, fitting into their global expansion strategy here. And how does it sort of help individual businesses? You're really bigging up the cloud here in particular.
Right, exactly. Jack Ma has said over and over again that they want half of their revenue to come from abroad. To get there, they really need to combat a lot of their credibility issues. They've been hit really hard by the counterfeit problem. They were recently put back on the USTR's list of notorious markets. And this kind of puts some trust to global consumers that this is a company that, like Coca-Cola, like Samsung, like McDonald's, that you can trust and give your money to, buy tickets from, buy merchandise from. It's still too early to say what the revenue impact is going to be from Alibaba, but we can assume that they'll get some type of percentage cut from the merchandise, and down the line this could lead to even more deeper integrations, probably getting also money from the cloud services and all the added commerce from brands that potentially will want to join the platform as a result of this global partnership.
Was it competitive? I mean, the Olympics isn't competitive. Is it competitive to get these sorts of deals with the Olympics? So they had to fight off any competition.
In an interview with the IOC's CMO, he actually said that it was quite competitive, and that especially for the cloud servicing part, there were actually a number of contenders that wanted to work with the IOC. We don't know who those other players were, but I spoke with an analyst who said that he can likely assume that there were some of the other bigger players like Amazon, like Microsoft. And if we look at just those three big players, the advantage with Alibaba is that they also have the e-commerce platform. They also have a very aggressive global message. But let's also not forget some of the potential political pressures here. The upcoming 2022 games are going to be in Beijing, and it's definitely good for the IOC to have a partner in the home country and to be able to promote it throughout Asia.
So do we think that actually the fact that it was a Chinese company, does this also play in the political way that Jack Ma's been trying to talk to Donald Trump, for example? Does this keep those sorts of dialogues open with the rest of the world?
I mean, I think it's a good sign. I think this is a little bit unrelated to some of the Donald Trump, Jack Ma debate. This has apparently been in the works for a while. Sources told us that the talks began at Davos last year and it came full circle and completed at Davos this year. So it definitely is a great way for Alibaba to keep their name in the global sphere. And as Jack Ma said yesterday at Davos, he will do anything in his power to prevent a global trade war from happening.